Greedon video? Greedon video. Greedon video? Greedon video. I'm making a sandwich. Greedon video? Greedon video. Comedian? Greedon video. Greedon video. Greedon video. Dudes and dudettes, welcome to the video that took so long to make. The original intro was going to involve my unpacked apartment. Honestly, I blame Bushiroad for making this entire set fire, and I had to make a bunch of videos on all the releases, so make sure you check those all out. But hey, plus I waited so long to finish this video is we got this thing. Yeah, that's technically still Greedon, and we're probably not getting it in here in the West. So, we all knew this was coming about a month ago. Two months. When Bushiroad gave us our latest and greatest band list, we just didn't know what it did at the time. Except I totally nailed it. Elvis Greedon Persona 5 has 4 whopping effects. Although I guess there's really just 3 since all the mask cards share the whole has to be written over the grade 3 with X name thing. I mean, 3 is still a lot. First of all, the Gangstar Dragon keeps this whole 7-life gimmick. Period. Don't need another copy in Soul or anything. You don't have to have Greedon himself in Soul, whatever. You just put on the mask and you die at 7. That's pretty good because it'll free up a little bit of deck space for your now needed Persona rides, which is helpful because you're now forced to run orders in this deck that typically just constantly feeds on units. Which is also a bit of a plus for its last skill. Yeah, we're skipping the third one for a second for transition. Shut up. So, you know how Greedon need to eat 4 standing units in order to restand? Well, we'll do some basic math, and now it's 3. This basically guarantees a double restand turn with how your rear guards typically work calling cards during middle battle phase and whatnot, as well as a new red over trigger, which I might do a video on. Let me know if you want to see it. And so it looks like Bushiroad actually did their homework this time. So Greedon only can restand once per turn. This immediately knocks him down at least a tier or 2 over the OG. Not saying that a constant 5 attack turn with restand that you can now get is bad, just it's debatably worse than having 3+ Vanguard swings and hiding off your rear guards from control effects. Not to mention weird gimmicks like the infinite loop Magia combo. If you want to see that BS list, leave a nice little comment on this vid. To be fair though, you no longer need the Soul Blast to do the thing, and you automatically get +5 on restand. Unlike the original getting, but this one just kind of need 3 Desire Devils in your soul to go off. AKA literally just the right line. Or basically any rear guard in deck. I'll get to you in a second. Okay, final skill or whatever. Because every mask unit does the thing by sending its counterpart to the bye-bye zone of non-existence. Once per turn, remove the Greedon from your hand or from the soul. Maybe in the drop zone. I'm not reading the card verbatim right now. If you check your top 7 for Desire Devil, put it into your hand. It's pretty neat. Like I said, basically all of your non-perfect guard, Greedon, trigger, mask cards are, well, Desire Devils. So Tribal Search is very nice. Or it wouldn't be if you weren't now running Mask and Dragon P-Wretches to search said Mask. I don't know how I feel about the Demonic Dragon King right now. Just too many conflicting gimmicks. Like, on one hand, you would think Greedon Reverse would be a tribal deck, considering half his gimmicks revolve around the Devils, and like his effects now specify having Desire Devils. On the other hand, like I said, you have to run at minimum mask units, and I mean, like, if you're not running searchers, you need to run a full playset. If you are running searchers, you don't have to run a full playset, you just need to run a drop zone, but now you have to run the searchers, and there's no Dragon Tree that actually helps out, and calling a card out of Soul, which really goes well with your playstyle. So that's like 4, 8, 12-ish if you max them out of your 30 card normal deck, not including perfect guards and stuff, and it's like, you're just very limited if you're trying to deal with a tribal Desire Devil deck versus actually running the deck with the mask and everything. It just feels like a completely different playstyle from the OG. Anyways, of course when Bushy Red reveals the boss unit, they always give us 2 or 3 support cards, so let's go over those. Right after a word from our sponsor, which is me, because I'm still not fancy enough to get noticed by like Raid Shadow Legends or get a discount code from something like 50 cards or 0 damage. So make sure to check out my TCG thing on TCG Player. It's Skyridge Games. Go to the page, help support the channel. Use code Skyridge to save 15% off any of your Raise Energy drink orders online. The drink is 0 calorie, 0 sugar, and all the tastes. And the company also does other stuff for exercise or whatever. Be sure to check out Raise Energy using code Skyridge to save you 15% on all your online orders. Alright, let's talk about 2 weird support cards. This one's a bird. Sassu has 2 effects, a lot of apparent sass, and the urge to be a Cramorant. For its main ability, it counts as any desire double the soul while it's in the deck, as long as your Vanguard is agreed on. I guess this is very good for tutoring, aside from the fact that it's already a tutorable target, considering it's a Desire Devil. I'm kind of confused about that redundancy, but where's a rare? Actually, this thing's pure purpose is to replace Bubetsu in the ride deck. Now that he isn't limit breaking the original Greedon anymore, because it does require Avaricious Greedon as a name, you can basically use his ride line ability to search out the sassy one. Because it also, as a second effect, it becomes a 15k attacker, 10k defender, created for Greedon. So I mean, like, that's not bad for a beat stick bird now that you might actually have a field after your second Vanguard attack. And 10k shield is always nice. The other support card we're getting is Cranky Stroller, who doesn't really look cranky or like a stroller. So we got one redundant effect here. Basically, we get Place the Soul from the Gangstar himself, Soul Blast 1, to take Desire Devil from the drop zone, shove it back in Soul, and make the ghost grow. Once again, like, this is theoretically not bad. Setting up a piece like a Bokusho or Alligator Plus or something like that. And it's a 13k to give you more field presence. Until you realize this is not Desire Devil in a deck that now cares about Desire Devils, and you're probably gonna Soul Blast out of the Desire Devil only to put Desire Devil back in. Yes. Okay, so this is why this video took so long to come out. Well, that and Bushy designing way too many cool decks to set that I have to talk about. I don't know how I feel about the support. I mean, Mastodon is good. Much better gimmick cost than it tutors dude, but that's tribal, and now you're running less and less tribal pieces thanks to Masque and Wretch being staples. Granted, like, the grade 1 Wretch, like I said, is a once per turn effect that is once per turn Muka, which basically replaces Muka because it has to target Avaricious Greedon, and the other one searches out your Masque, both creating Dragon Tree markers to make your rear guards more powerful, so that's not bad. It's just not the kind of cards you want to run now that you actually do care about those Desire Devil names. As for team support cards, I mean, like I said, they just feel redundant. I know they're common rare slots, and the only one that actually runs probably Bird because it has decent stats and calls out a deck, but otherwise there's just so many other doubles that bring their desires to life. It's better than these 2 works. If they work with Greedon Masque. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this is a guard restricting V-Stand deck now. Alright, we can cook a bit. Let's go check out cards in the blender. But I mean, only a few of these will actually matter once you start looking at all the pieces that you're required to run. Also, there's some cute stuff like this. And to this. These combos give you some nice synergy, but they also aren't Desire Devils. Therefore, furthering detaching you from your win con. Desire Devils. Good. Now I have to make this a Geats reference too. Or Dano or Revice. I already decided that Greedon was those guys. I guess I'm cool with it being Dano. I mean, that was Babies vs. Kamen Rider, and you know how I am with time travel stuff. So, what do you guys think about Greedon's new form? Honestly, there's a lot to think of since, like I said, this guy is a completely different playstyle from the OG. I'm gonna have to do some science and mess around with the deck a lot more to find the proper winning image, because right now it just feels like Rearguard, Vanguard, Rearguard, Vanguard, Rearguard as a 5 attack deck, because you do have the ability to still call cards mid-battle, just not as well. If you think of something better, make sure to drop some suggestions in the comments down below. And be sure to tweet out any deck lists that you have using hashtag Greedon. Maybe get featured in a future deck analysis video like we did back there in the past. Until next time, thank you guys for watching, and always embrace the infinite. I put it on upside down this time, didn't I? It's perfect. Good actor. It's gonna be so many takes.